Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the Bit Squad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Okay, fractionalized NFTs come into Cardano. This is some interesting stuff. Now, I do want to say before we get into this story, fractionalized NFTs are a little risque. If you remember the SEC when they were talking about, I think it was Hester Pierce actually, when she was talking about NFTs, she said, now be careful. Fractionalized NFTs could potentially be securities. So you don't usually hear her say anything like that. Pretty sure it was her who said it. Product-based blockchain startup DC Spark, or is it Dix Spark? I don't know. Has announced a new Cardano-based project called Fracata. Its code will be released on Tuesday. Fracata will allow turning non-fungible tokens into fractions with the help of the Plutus programming language. How will they be doing that? With common denominators.
But
sorry,
fraction joke.
Well, that joke was only half as funny as a lot of mine, maybe a third even. Fractionalization has become a new trend in the NFT sector since it makes it possible for those who can't afford the whole thing to get a piece of the action. In layman's terms, process of breaking expensive NFTs into pieces can be compared to splitting up the equity of public companies into a huge number of shares. However, the owners of FNFTs shouldn't expect a return on their investment. Otherwise, token issuers could get in trouble with regulators for not complying with security laws. Now, this is pretty interesting because the way this reads, they say, hey, get in on these fractionalized NFTs. Just don't expect a return. Like, you know who it reminds me of? No, look, I'm not trying to, I like this person, you know, Richard Hart. Like when you start asking him about like, you know, why the SEC like won't go after hacks or I'm not saying they're going to, I'm just saying when he gets on this line of questioning and answering, he like literally gives like the exact defense for every part of the Howey test. And you know, it's just like the way he explains, he's like, no, because you cannot, because this isn't this, and well, you cannot expect a return. You might get one, but you cannot expect one. And it's just funny the way he says it to me. Like, I always get a kick out of listening to him talk. Like, you know, he's so studied on it and he knows how to defend every line of that Howey test. And it sounds like this to me, kind of the same thing here. He's like, now look, we got these fractionalized, you know, NFTs. It's going to be on Cardano. Going to be cool. You can buy them. It could go up in value. Just don't expect a return. That way, it's like there's just saying that lip service to get it out there. So when this does come up, they can be like, whoa, we're not, you know, fractionalized NFTs. We told people not to expect a return. You know, the price is up 100x, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so fractionalization starts to raise a number of questions around things like, are people participating in the purchase through fractionalization, ultimately functioning like an investment syndicate where they're expecting a return on their investment? As reported by you today, DC Spark also recently started developing an Ethereum virtual machine compatible sidechain on the Cardano blockchain. Now, this is where I have a really hard time, because what is the difference between buying a security and buying a baseball card? What's the difference?
Well, security supposedly is supposed to be you're expected a return on it.
Well, but if you buy a collectible on a market that is primarily buying and selling all the time, elevating and dropping prices, like, are people not buying? If I went right now and bought a Ohtani rookie card, okay, why do you think I'm buying that? You think I'm buying it because I love this, you know, random guy that plays on the Angels halfway across the country?
Well, the point is there's no way to know. That could be the reason.
It could be, but most people it's not. Same thing for NFTs. Any NFT that someone would buy, they can make the argument one way or the other. And I think being able to make that argument, that negates being able to call it a security.
Which is why NFTs are doing so well right now. But when you get into fractionalized is when it gets real dicey, because you'll get people saying, oh, it's more of an investment vehicle if they're using like a fractionalized NFT for real estate, for example, or for crowdfunding or for raising funds for a different artist or anything like that. You're saying you're going to get a little piece of ownership on the potential future of whatever we're fractionalizing. That's why most of the time when you hear about fractionalized NFTs, it's much easier for the SEC to attack than just a regular NFT for exactly what you're saying. You can make the case at least with regular NFTs. Oh, it's a collectible. I just want to own this. But if it's like, oh no, we're going to fractionally NFT this big, huge commercial building that's $2 billion, and everybody's going to own. You can buy $100 worth and get this fractionalized NFT, and then as time goes on, it's going to be worth more. Like that's where they're going to go after them.
It just and this is why we just have to have none of this is going to work. None of this regulation clarity is going to work
Yep.
until we have an independent commission that is in charge of crypto. Because trying to apply traditional market stuff, traditional collectible stuff, trying to apply that stuff in today's digital world and infrastructure of crypto and blockchain, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And the SEC is going to have a hard time, I think, proving anything's a security at this point, unless it's a very clearly a Ponzi scheme. Okay, all right. Well, that's cool. It's coming to Cardano. You guys check that out.